Happy hour here at New Hampshire, and Eric Monaco clearly not pleased with his initial setup for the car just before the race here in happy hour. As you can see, he's 4/10 off the pace of Lucas Evans, your pole sitter. Gerald Pepper, Joey Trickle also putting in some very good lap times here. Monaco hoping to catch up to his teammate Christian Bracken, who set the 4th fastest lap in happy hour so far. Here he comes out onto the racetrack, and here he is, getting taken into the wall by Mathis Wells. Reagan Whitlock goes spinning. Wells piles back into her, and Cropley gets collected. Franco gets a piece as well, and that's ruined Cropley's happy hour run. And yeah, cars escaping onto the grass here to get by this little bit of carnage that we've seen. Oh my god, what the hell is that? That is about 7 cars running side by side trying to get into the pits and forcing each other out for another lap. Cropley's going to have to limp that thing around once again. And did anybody notice the GOAT, who was set the 2nd fastest lap at a track that he performed very poorly at last time around, has managed to escape without any damage? Look at that. Smashing Gerald Pepper's lap time, just 3/10 of a second behind, not 3/10, 3/100 of a second behind Lucas Evans. Oh. Hopefully that bodes well for the race. Although, to be fair, if that little kerfuffle out of turn 4 there is any indication, we may very well just have a repeat of the absolute shambles that we've seen at Bristol, Darlington, and Richmond in the past 3 races. Hello everyone, it's Hanafuda. We are in the final 10 races of the season. First round there, New Hampshire. Again, it feels like we were just here. I wasn't good at this track last time around. The last 3 races were terrible. I mean, Bristol was probably the best of those because the cautions didn't... Well, yeah, I mean, it's debatable actually, because the thing about... Actually, you know what? Maybe Darlington wasn't even that bad. Darlington was bad for me, ultimately. Of course, Richmond was as well. But the thing about Bristol is that most of the race was green, and it ended up losing it spectacularly. But yeah, the last 30 laps or so, we kept seeing these stupid cautions because the AI kept crashing each other off, and that really ruined what would have otherwise been, I think, a really good race. Darlington, actually, yeah, Darlington wasn't really that much of a joke. Darlington. But I wish it had gone much better, obviously, especially for me, again. And Richmond, now Richmond was just terrible. You heard it in my voice. I don't even want to think about it anymore. But yeah, we're at New Hampshire again. Day race this time, because I don't think there is a New Hampshire night track. Are these lights? Well, I guess New Hampshire doesn't have lights, but yeah, it has quite a lot of crowd space, as you can see. But I guess New Hampshire doesn't have lights, which would explain it. So okay, yeah. Hopefully this sort of bodes well for today. So yeah, just get straight into your starting lineup here. Lucas Evans alongside Christian Bracken, Wolf and Austin in the second row, Davis and Sylvania behind. We got Voiles and Trickle, Smith, your points leader, Harvey, Schottewald, White, Pepper, Monaco, Langestein, Cropley, Wells, Özkan, Thomas, Whitlock, Ebrahimian, Reggie Fogelman, Flobo, Jenkins, Morgan, Hicks, Futlego, Allen, Tyke, PK, Salin, Jana Fogelman, Spurley, Zane, Sato the Goat, who obviously didn't qualify very well, Franco, Charbois, and rounding out the field, Matthew Burnett and Rocky Johnson, who recently got eliminated from the running for the 2023 NASCAR AAA Cup Series title championship trophy. The Cup. The titular Cup from the series name. So anyways, engines are on. 75 laps. It's the Sylvania 300. I forgot to mention that. I don't think it was until a few years later that they finally began to call it the 301 and make it a 301 lap race. In which case, I think that this race would have ended up being 76 laps because when it comes to the race distances, the game loves to round it up an extra lap or so whenever possible. So that's sort of happy days. That would definitely, of course, set the race apart from the previous one at New Hampshire, but as far as we're concerned, this is just another 75-lap run around New Hampshire. Gil Samaya dominated that race from start to finish, and he starts 5th today, so he could very well be on for another good result here. But Lucas Evans and Christian Bracken are going to lead the field to the green flag here at New Hampshire. That's a very good start for Eli Wolf. Runs right behind Lucas Evans there, almost looking to the inside for the overtake there. Yeah, Bracken not starting nearly as well in that outside row. And Wolf looks like he's going to be able to get past without much issue here. Samaya beginning to fall behind, so that's not good news for him. Davis with about half a car length in front. Braking for turn 3 here. Samaya able to get past on the inside. 3 wide with Harvey, Trickle, and Voiles there. Already seeing 3 wide action at a very early point in this race here. Look at the back of the field. They're very bunched up, as you can see. The GOAT has managed to get his way into 30th, as you can see. I think the little sidebar kind of spoiled that, but I guess, yeah, he was able to make up quite a few positions here. Eli Wolf loses out to Christian Bracken. Ultimately, Lyle Austin running side by side with him in 4th there. Samaya still ahead of Davis and Harvey there. Voiles appears to have fallen behind a few places. And, of course, here's Brittany White. I think we're a little bit... Oh, dude, there's a spin in the background. That's Schottewald. That's Özkan going around. As we begin lap 3, we are already under caution, and that is a smoking engine for Dylan Ebrahimian, who got a piece of Samet Özkan's car as it was sideways. As you can see, Pepper going into the wall, along with Mathis Wells. So that's us under caution for the first time today. The GOAT doing a very good job of avoiding that. That's very unfortunate. We would have hoped that the GOAT would have crashed off, obviously, but let's have a look at this. Exiting turn 3 here, just as we were... Turn 4, that is. And just as we were mentioning that the field was starting to bunch up, making it 3 wide here and there. And as you can see, exiting turn 4, Jill Pepper turns Schottewald around. Özkan gets collected. Schottewald actually makes it by just fine, but Özkan gets a piece of Langestein. He's, again, being batted around like a ping pong ball. I meant to say pinball, but ping pong ball is actually a more apt analogy there. Yeah, I think Thomas got a touch, right? Ebrahimian as well. So... yeah, as mentioned, Ebrahimian as well. Reggie Fogelman. And, oh, the GOAT actually ran into Stasio Piquet's rear end there, but doesn't seem to have gotten anything too bad out of it. Yeah, locking up the tires there to get by the incident. But let's have a look at him, because exiting turn 4, the GOAT was actually quite unsettled, as you can see, nearly losing it. But, yeah, there goes Wells to the inside wall, along with Pepper. Look at, I mean, did you see that? That was crazy. Just missing Mathis Wells there. And running into Stasio Piquet's rear end, but doesn't appear that he's gotten too bad of a... See, that's one of those incorrect sentences, you know, but Ebrahimian, unfortunately, has a smoking engine. That could be the end of his race today. He's in the pits there, but he hasn't retired immediately. Neither has Özkan. Let's see, who else is here on pit road? Mathis Wells still out, along with Gerald Pepper here. So those two haven't seen fit to pit, which is a bit unusual, but as you can see, Özkan and Ebrahimian still in the pits. They're about to be put a lap down by Lucas Evans. Okay, Burnett's out of the race. What happened to Burnett? Seems he suffered a lot of damage. When did that happen? Okay. He got sandwiched by the two petty cars of Salin and Johnson. Okay. Guess that explains that. So, Özkan and Burnett have retired from the race, but Ebrahimian is back out onto the racetrack and sat right behind the GOAT, in fact. Ebrahimian, the first of your cars to be put a lap down today. Of course, Özkan was lapped as well, but then he decided to take it to the garage. So, we will restart on lap 8. Evans will lead the field. Bracken second, Austin third, Wolf fourth, Samaya fifth here, Harvey sixth, Davis seventh, Boyles eighth, Trickle ninth, and Patrick Smith rounds out your top 10. Behind them we'll have White, Monaco, Cropley, Schonewald, Thomas, Flobo, Morgan, Whitlock, Jenkins, Allen, Hicks, PK Footlago, Jana Fogelman, the GOAT, Zane, Tyke, okay, that's the GOAT playing some games with us, Tyke, Spurley, Salin, Charles, Bossato, Johnson, Langenstein, Franco, and Wells, Reggie Fogelman and Pepper still in the race. Ebrahimian, the lone car on the inside line when we go green once again at New Hampshire. Back underway here, Evans leading the field. Wolf immediately stepping out to the inside line. Ebrahimian is going to be blocking his path. Evans moves out in front of Ebrahimian there. Bracken left on the outside to get past. Samaya moving to the outside line there, hoping to get past Wolf. It looks like he is being slowed down by Ebrahimian there, but Ebrahimian shifts out of that line there, makes it 3 wide with Samaya and Wolf. Heading through turn 4. This could get super hairy there. Both Samaya and Wolf passed. I think Wolf made it to the line first, but yeah, Ebrahimian looks like he's going to hold up the leaders here, unfortunately. Harvey has a clear space ahead, but Davis is stuck behind. Boxed in with that outside line. Oh, what was that? There was some smoke in the air there. Must have been the GOAT. Jana Fogelman in the pits. Not sure what that's about. Evans with a very good gap to Christian Bracken now. We'll go back to Ebrahimian here. See if he's continuing to hold up the field. Look at Davis. Davis has fallen out of the top 10 thanks to Dylan Ebrahimian, slowing him at the rest of the field. Oh dear, we got a spin there. Trickle goes around, and that was definitely Ebrahimian's fault there. Oh dear, Patrick Smith getting sideswiped left and right, and that's us on the caution once again. Just as we were talking about Ebrahimian holding up the field there, unfortunately he has brought out the second caution of the day. I think this is going to be looking like the best view that we have of the caution here. So Trickle trying to clear Smith. I think of course Smith and Schonewald see the opportunity to get past because Trickle's being slowed down by Ebrahimian. So, yeah, Trickle unable to, stay outside enough, I guess. How can we describe it? But yeah, perhaps more like Smith sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. But yeah, Trickle gets put sideways. Spurley, no, Schonewald. Yeah, Smith goes up across Schonewald's car and into the wall. Jenkins gets a piece. Yeah, Trickle and Smith are both sideways, but Smith appears to suffer the worst of it. Footlago, Tyke, and Salin getting a piece of that car. Unfortunate there. I think Reggie Fogelman got a little bit caught up. But the GOAT survives once again. That happened but in front of him. Okay, let's see. Let's go on board of the GOAT and watch as he manages to escape another crash. Would have been very easy for him to ram into Jenkins' car there. But yeah, you saw Ebrahimian flying all the way to the inside there. And that's on the caution once again at New Hampshire. And Lucas Evans' gap that he built to Christian Bracken there is going to be eliminated. Patrick Smith still in the race, as is Mo Zane. Jenkins still out on track here. Sabrina Futlego's out of the race. What happened to him? Futlego arguably didn't get the worst of that crash, but well, unfortunately it appears that he did end up suffering terminal damage. Not really. Terminal damage is, you know, totaling the car. But, well, anyways, I think that you're... oh, okay. We'll just skip through the rest of this lap here. Well, it's the two Robert Yates racing cars, both a lap down. Ebrahimian and Jana Fogelman going to be on the inside once again and liable to continue to cause problems, that is, for the leaders here. Selling to the inside line as well, but when we restart, more importantly, your top 10 will be Evans, Bracken, Austin, Samaya, Wolf, Harvey, Voiles, White, Monaco, and Cropley. Back on the way here at New Hampshire. I feel like we do need to be keeping a good eye on the GOAT here. He's up into the top 20. Very good stuff there. Running side by side with Bob and Flobo. Remember, the GOAT did not have a very fun time at New Hampshire, just like Richmond. Both Richmond races. Not the sort of, not the GOAT's idea of a good time. Yeah, he's running side by side with Bob and Floba here, gunning for the top 10, possibly even the race win, because he's obviously showing a lot of pace. Remember, he started 35th in this race, and he's up to 14th now. Don't think he had a very good exit from that turn there, because Flobo's continuing to catch up to him. He's going to make it 3 wide, heading through turn 3 there. Going a little bit too deep. He goes spinning. Salon gets into him. The GOAT goes around, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are under caution. And for the first time today, the GOAT is the cause of, well, basically his own misery. What a shame. That is my mom opening the door there. As if she couldn't hear me getting excited about spinning out. And making a complete ass out of myself. So, the GOAT drops all the way from 14th to 34th. Fortunately, he didn't take anybody with him. Once again, Jana Fogelman, Ebrahimian, and Salon are going to be on the inside line. I don't even think your top 10 changed at all. Harvey fell all the way to 14th somehow. Don't know what that's about. Reagan Whitlock's in front. Yeah, once again, White, Whitlock, Johnson, and even, I think, where's Franco? Where's Franco? Did I miss him? Must be losing my marbles here. And Franco, there he is. Still in the race. He was ahead of Johnson, but okay, that's what the hell? Spoiler alert, because I spun like that. That's basically an aborted restart. And that's the GOAT in the pits. Yeah, I'm going to basically... I just barely make it out, so I speed, and I'm going to get sent to the end of the longest line, but I'm in last anyways. But look at this. I just barely beat the stop sign. Just barely. He has it out there, but it's not fully up, to be fair. But yeah, I don't get black flagged. I do get black flags for speeding in pit road, but I was going to start at the back of the field anyway, so no matter there. Okay. What if I told you that nothing changed? But yeah, as we were saying, yeah, Whitlock. Okay, first White, Whitlock, Franco, and Johnson are still in this race and haven't crashed out. I guess it's our fate to keep making fun of them because there's not really even a need. We get it. They're out of the championship running, but they still have a job to do. It's just like the chase for the cup, chase for the Nextel Cup, chase for the Sprint Cup, all the good stuff. Back when it was good, that is. And the last time it was really good was when it was the Nextel Cup, to be honest. Yeah, only 10 people can win the championship now, but that doesn't mean that the other 33 cars in the field at any race don't still have work to do. They still want glory. They still want good finishes. winner from outside the chase, 10 or 12 or wherever it ended up being at the end. Might have been called a spoiler. But a win is a win. Evans flying away from the fields once again, and we're into caution once again. Oy vey. Oy vey. I mean, and it's the GOAT once again. What's he doing? Oh, yeah. Alright, just lap 32, we are back underway at New Hampshire. There was no reason for me to chuckle there. I basically ruined the whole joke, but no matter. Evans once again just breaking away from the field. Once again, it remains to be Ebrahimian just trying to get up in front of Lyle Austin. And we really all hoped that Ebrahimian, by some sort of miracle, would have not only run into the wall, but also not take Austin with him. That Austin would have escaped unscathed, and possibly even Samaya and Voiles as well. Are we under caution again? No, we're not. Evans leads a lap under green. Bracken second, Austin third, Samaya fourth. Voiles is fifth here. White is sixth, ahead of Wolf's just now. Davis, Morgan up here in the top 10. Things are getting extremely bunched up. Again, thanks to Ebrahimian, who's massively in the way. Salin as well. Salin sliding up the racetrack, making a little bit of contact with Harvey's car. Now making contact with Wolf, making it 3 wide. Really sticking out like a sore thumb, but again, these guys were a lap down. We might blame them for the cautions, but again, they still have a race to run. Even if they're fighting for the bottom positions, it's in the contract. I don't know. Again, trying to make sure that we're not under caution. The GOAT has made his way up into 28th. 34 cars left on the lead lap. 37 in total still running this race. Kind of looks like Bracken's about to catch up to Evans here. Looks like things have cleared out just a little bit. Jana Fogelman massively in Chris Harvey's way. That's not going to do him wonders in his fight with Morgan and Davis. Eli Wolf rounds at your top 10, as you can see. Where is Ebrahimian? Ebrahimian and Salin are both on the outside line. It's once again 3 wide. Thanks to that's Whitlock and Flobo going into the wall in turn 2. We're under caution once again. Once again, it wasn't the GOAT this time actually. And Jenkins' car has been absolutely blown to pieces. Oh dear. Massive spat of misfortune. But yeah, let's have a look at this incident once again. Once again, it's 3 wide, and Sounds partly to blame, but actually he really didn't do anything wrong there. But yeah, Spurley. Again, Spurley. Didn't he cause a caution on lap 2, 3? I don't know. Well, anyways, yeah, Spurley gets into Whitlock. Flobo and Charlebois get collected. Whitlock spinning across once again. Yeah, Whitlock was the one spinning the first time, right? I genuinely forget, but then Johnson piles into that car. Reggie Fogelman gets a piece. Leroy Jenkins and Patrick Smith get collected once again. That's again the second time that those drivers have been involved in crashes today. But as you can see, Leroy Jenkins out of the race for sure. Reggie Fogelman might be as well. Bummer. Patrick Smith and Reggie Fogelman still in the race, along with Reagan Whitlock. Okay. Flobo's still in it as well, as are Zane and Charlebois. Very nice. The GOAT has managed to get up into 24th position here, right behind Joey Trickle. Franco's still in the race. Is Johnson out of the race? Alright, Johnson is out of the race, as is Leroy Jenkins. Jana Fogelman's still in it, of course, but yeah. Rocky Johnson, 37th in the points, finishes 37th in this race. Technically a DNF, but whatever. When we restart, once again, Jana Fogelman, Dylan Ebrahimian, and Montero Salin will be running the inside line. Your top 10 will be Evans, Bracken, Austin, Samaya, Voiles, White, Morgan, Davis, Harvey, and Wolf. We start lap 40. We're green once again. Perhaps we can maintain some green flag racing for a while here. Who knows? Once again, Lucas Evans with a very good restart. But Bracken doing a good job as well here. Jana Fogelman cutting across into Lyle Austin's path. Dylan Ebrahimian holding up Daniel Voiles. Montero Salin doing worse, holding up the entire inside line. Samaya, White, and Morgan there. Davis and Wolf are stuck on the outside, boxed in here. Harvey, I guess he fell down to 10th here. Lots of contact there. The cars running into each other through turn 1 and 2 there. Finally able to space out a little bit here. Colin Cropley runs 11th. Hicks, where's 12th? Where is 12th? I don't know, but yeah, things are getting very bunched up here. And again, Salin's to blame. Salin continuing to hold up Samaya here. Wolf able to jump out from behind Ebrahimian. Thomas slingshotting by as well. Monaco following Thomas. Salin to the outside. Samaya finally has a clear path ahead. Yeah, so far it really has been the story of these lapped cars getting in the way of the leaders here. Evans, Bracken, and Austin, your top 3. Breaking free. Daniel Foyle is able to get past. Max Davis and Eli Wolf could very well do the same. Thomas, Monaco, Samaya, and White have a free path for now, as do Morgan, Harvey, and Cropley. Ebrahimian on the outside, letting Langestein through, but right behind him is Montero Salin, who's now holding up Hicks. So as they fall through the ranks here, hopefully they'll cause fewer problems. Really, it's all about the top 10 here. These guys, you know, could very well get into it at some point, but for now, yeah, Ebrahimian and Salin causing them problems, but I suppose it's some sort of, you know, good measure. Not for the top 10, although Jana Fogelman's still up there. Still needs to get passed by the last year top 10, Brittany White. Steve Morgan runs behind Jana Fogelman there, and that could leave Chris Harvey all the space he needs to take 11th position there. Yes, he does. Jana Fogelman just holding up Steve Morgan. I bet he's not too pleased about that one single bit, but fortunately he was able to come down to the inside line and cover off Colin Cropley before he could stick his nose into his business. Now Cropley also passed Jana Fogelman there. Langestein runs 14th ahead of Mathis Wells. Spurley, Trickle, PK Sato, and Allen round out your top 20. Goat trying to get past Ebrahimian now. Salin's still up here, but yeah, as we worry about the cars below the top 20. Actually, we don't start to worry about the cars below the top 20. We could care less. Unfortunately, Patrick Smith, your points leader, rounds the back of the field. The last of the cars on the lead lap, it seems like. Austin beginning to catch up to Lyle. That's a Murrayism if I ever spake one. Austin beginning to catch up with Christian Bracken here. Could make the move. Drew turn 3 on lap 46. Backside of that one, but a good day for Pontiac today. They've got two. Another Murrayism. They've got two Pontiacs in the top 3. Well, actually, yeah, that's your top 5. Cool. First Ford in the field looks to be Gil Samaya, running 8th ahead of Eric Monaco right now. We'll take a look at your lap times, I suppose. Chris Harvey has the fastest lap time at 30.3. Evans, your race leader, with 30.4. Wolf and Samaya, Voiles, the GOAT, and Bracken also have 30.4s as their fastest laps. We get into 30.5 with Monaco, Austin, and White. Slowest car of the day was Summit Özkan, but he didn't last very long. Matthew Burnett. The two lapped cars, two Robert Yates racing cars, Ebrahimian and Jana Fogelman among the slowest cars as well. We're going to take a look at the GOAT here, still fighting to get into the top 20. And yeah, he's going to dump his friend Joe Allen and bring out another caution. Sorry, Joe. I just piled in a little bit too rough there. Honestly, it was just very well that I didn't spin as I did when I brought out the two cautions before the most recent one. How about that? 2 cautions before the most recent one, but Joe Allen gets sent into the wall. Oof. So, again, That's my bad. Alright, stop me if you've heard this one before. Give me 1 second. Come on. Don't be shy. Well, at least Alan's still in the race, and somehow ahead of Charlebois. Not sure what happened to him. Frank is at the back of the field, where he belongs. Of course, the GOAT is up into 19th now, because he was also able to beat Sato. Back to the caution, but okay, again. Stop me if you've heard this one before. When we restart, Jaina Fogelman, Montero Selin, and Dylan Ebrahimian will be starting on the inside line. Evans, Bracken, Austin, your top three. Voiles, Wolf, Davis, Samaya, did I say Thomas? Voiles. Okay, whatever. Whatever. You can see your top 10 in the sidebar on the right there. Lap 54, we are green once again. Yay! I've genuinely lost count of how many cautions we have, but I'm pretty sure we're coming up on Richmond levels of caution running here. I'm pretty sure that most of this race has been run on the caution thus far. But yeah, once again, Ebrahimian holding up Samaya. How about that? Who could have guessed? Jaina Fogelman not causing nearly as many problems so far. Bracken's able to get past. Austin will be able to as well. Evans leads another lap. He's led every lap from pole so far. He could well be looking on for a domination here. I gotta be honest. I think our celebration of Lucas Evans finally getting a race win last time around at Richmond was really muted because that was really a test of endurance. It was really a race of attrition. That's kind of what this one's looking like, to be honest. Charlebois into the pits once again. Could be a repeat of the AI stupidity that he had to suffer through in Richmond. 20 laps to go for Lucas Evans. Christian Bracken runs second. Lyle Austin third. Eli Wolf is fourth. Daniel Boyle is fifth. Max Davis sixth. Annie Thomas seventh. Eric Monaco eighth. Gil Samaya ninth. And Chris Harvey rounds out your top 10, continuing to duke it out with Steve Morgan for that position. Langenstein runs 12th ahead of Wells. Here comes the GOAT, actually. Riding right behind Mathis Wells, somehow managing to find a way to wheel that car around. That wasn't a very good exit off of turn 4 there, and he's going to be duking it out with Riley Spurley. 3 wide down the front stretch with Spurley and Salin. They both leave him in the dust, fortunately. And Salin's going to have to settle for holding behind the drivers below the top 15, I suppose, is what it's looking like right now. But yeah, the GOAT duking it out with Riley Spurley for a 14th spot here. Anyways, I only just found out what Husqvarna is. It's a motorcycle manufacturer. I did not know that. The name sounded Swedish to me, and I was correct. It was in fact Swedish. The GOAT was able to beat Riley Spurley here, and I think we all know why we're focusing on the GOAT at this point in the race. No points for guessing. Langenstein stepping out to get past Jaina Fogelman. Remember, she's still up there, but I think she's the foremost of the cars. We're left, and the GOAT locking up a little bit. Mathis Wells gets dumped. And we're on the caution once again. PK and Ebrahimian both managing, fortunately enough, to not get crashed off by Wells' car, which was sideways. Alright. I'm just going to fast forward here. Stop me if you've heard this one before. When we restart, Jaina Fogelman, Montero Stalin, and Dylan Ebrahimian will be starting on the inside line. Your top 10 will be Evans, Bracken, Austin, Wolf, Voiles, Davis, Monaco, Thomas, Samaya, and Harvey. And somehow the GOAT is in 13th, and he's going to manipulate the rules and stuff and completely cream tracker past Harry Langenstein. Trying to get past Steve Morgan here. There's Chris Harvey on the outside as well. He's running with them. I think Harvey got into the wall, actually. But of course, the GOAT's target in this race most definitely is going to be fellow GM Goodwrench Chevy driver, his mortal enemy, Steve Morgan. Evans continues to lead from Bracken, who seems like she's slowly but surely catching up here. Austin still runs third ahead of Wolf. Foyle is able to let Jaina Fogelman through. Monaco trying to get by. Thomas running side by side with Montero Sound here. The GOAT Okay, so we completely missed the GOAT getting past both Harvey and Morgan because we were too busy focusing on the race leaders. That's the opposite of our typical scenario, but we'll take it. I think that's possibly preferable here. 3 wide, the GOAT, Samaya, and Salin. Oh dear, he gets into Samaya's car. Samaya's sideways, along with Salin. Harvey goes around, gets piled into by Amy Hicks, and we're on the couch. Oh dear, more cars getting involved in the melee. Smith crashes out once again, and this time the damage is fatal. Damn it, you GOAT! And for his troubles, he gets promoted into 8th place. Let's take a look at this once again. I blame Salin for existing personally, but yeah, the GOAT exiting the turn there. It's just going too high, and yeah, Samaya, Salin, and Harvey go around. Davis gets a piece of Salin's car. The outside line there is suffering the least, but look at this pile up. And Allen gets collected as well. How about that? You know, damn. Hicks getting a hard hit there. Harvey pinwheeling around. But yeah, as you can see, PK, Allen, Sato, Zane. Again, I think, did Cropley get involved? Did Cropley survive? Was Cropley lucky enough? Yes, he was. How about that? Just a little nudge on Ibrahimian's car. Ibrahimian survives another day. Imagine that. But Flobo and Whitlock get involved, and Smith just piles into Sato's car, basically spelling his own doom. Taiki gets, I don't know. What happened to Taiki? Wells. What the hell? Arca brakes on Wells. Let's check this out. Arca brakes on Wells. I mean, that's his own damn fault. I don't feel sorry for taking him out anymore. He completely shit-mixed RU Taiki there. Franco Langostine and Charlebois. No idea what's going on with them. Yeah, Sato's out of the race. I could have seen that coming. Thanks, Smith. I'm starting to get a headache. I'm genuinely beginning to get a headache here. Not a good day for Gerald Pepper. Harvey's still in the race. Pepper, Charlebois, Franco still in it. Samaya still in it, but at the back of the field. Let's see. Out of this race, not Jana Fogelman. Huh. Okay, but how about Mathis Wells? Mathis Wells is out of the race, as are Hicks, Sato, Smith. Another retirement for Smith, unfortunately. Taiki's also out as well, as is Leroy Jenkins. Bummer. Now, when we restart, we won't have an inside line because we have under 10 laps to go. Evans, Bracken, Austin, Wolf, Voiles, Monaco, Thomas, the GOAT, Jana Fogelman, not Jana Fogelman, Morgan and Spurley will be your top 10. Jana Fogelman starts behind Thomas and the GOAT, who once again jumps Thomas and is vying with Monaco now. Okay, it's not looking like that. Very good start from Christian Bracken. Evans obviously getting a good start as well. He has led every single lap this race, and I wonder if you can get what I'm hinting at right now. I think it's what we call a stealth spoiler. Probably not. That is not a TV trope in any sense of the word. But now that I think about it, only 2 women have won in the 2023 NASCAR AAA Cup Series, and in fact, those are the first 2 races of the season. Schonewald and Sevilla. Schonewald has been almost nowhere near victory lane since the 2nd race at Daytona, and of course, Sevilla only ran in 2 races. But well, Christian Bracken is the best performing woman in the field so far this season, and could be very well looking on for the race win. Who knows? Can you imagine that? Imagine such a thing happening? It's a possibility. It's a possibility, but Lucas Evans has led 71 of 75 laps today, and is looking really good for his second win of the season, 2nd in a row, in fact. To go up into 5th, but immediately losing both positions that he was able to achieve. Back to Monaco and Voiles here. Christian Bracken making a move on the inside through turn 3 on lap 72. It's going to run side by side of Evans now. Did Evans fall asleep or something? Drag racing to the line. Bracken leads lap 72. She has the inside through turn 1 on lap 73. So much for a very good day for Pontiac, because now a Dodge has overtaken them. Christian Bracken leads at New Hampshire. The Sylvania 300, or 301 minus 1, unfortunately, coming to a close. Evans led most of this race. Has he just pissed away the race win? Wolf fighting side by side with Lyle Austin here. The goat under pressure from his mortal enemy, who obviously won't take him out because he's a computer and isn't programmed to do that, but possibly could be in the future. Who knows? You think after 20 years the mods for this game would finally include something significant to be changed to the AI? I don't know, but white flag is out. This is the final lap at New Hampshire, the final lap of the season, thank God. 150 laps run at New Hampshire. Crikey. Compared to 90 at Daytona, well, obviously, and 250 at Bristol. We'll soon end up running another 125 at Martinsville in this last part of the season. But Christian Bracken, well, what a performance. We all thought Lucas Evans would dominate this race from green to checkered, but Christian Bracken steals away the win. She's going to victory lane here at New Hampshire. The Sylvania 300 for Christian Bracken, and the GOAT was able to beat his teammate Steve Morgan today. I'm sure he's very pleased with that. Will probably be quite disappointed that he didn't manage to get that top 5, but that top 10, a 7th place finish, is nothing to scoff at. We all thought the GOAT was just going to make a complete ass of himself, as at the previous race and the previous New Hampshire run. But yeah, that's the GOAT congratulating Christian Bracken on the win as they head into the pits. Not that Bracken needs very many congratulations. Really earned that victory today. Lucas Evans has to settle for, I would have guessed, 2nd place once again. Damn. Oh, thank God it's over. Oh man. Oh, dearie me. Oh, God. Oh, dude, suddenly has one win. Okay. Take a look at your race results here. Christian Bracken leads today after leading only 4 laps. Wins today after leading only 4 laps. That's a Murrayism if there ever were one. Lucas Evans able to score the same amount of points by virtue of having led 71 out of the 75 laps. And look at that, once again, 9 caution flags, just as at the Richmond race. And just 1 lap short of going past the 50% mark of laps run under caution today. Yeah, Evans has to settle for 2nd. Wolf started 3rd and finished 3rd. Austin started 4th and finished 4th. Good enough. Monaco up to 5th from 13th. Foiless 6th, the GOAT jumping from 35th to 7th. At a track that he's not good at, and still isn't. I'm still not good at New Hampshire. I obviously crashed and wrecked my way through the field, but whatever. Sorry, Alan. Not so sorry to Wells. Morgan 8th, Thomas 9th, and Cropley rounds out your top 10. Another top 10 for Colin Cropley. Again, needs some good results here. PK 11th, Davis 12th, Langstein 13th, Floba 14th, Samaya falling from 5th to 15th today. Not a very good race for him. White 16th, Sage 17th, Allen 18th, Spurley 19th, and Reggie Fogelman rounds out your top 20. So, despite the fact that I completely dumped Joe Allen, he still managed to finish in the top 20. How about that? But yeah, Gil Samaya dominated this race. Well, not this race, but the New England 300. Lucas Evans looked like he was going to completely dominate this race, but yeah, maybe that era is over. Who knows? Pepper 21st, Shadowald 22nd, then Trickle, Whitlock, Harvey, Franco, and Charlebois last year lead lap finishers. Ibrahimian and Sound finished a lap down. We all noticed them very much today. Jana Fogelman 2 laps down. We noticed her as well. Mathis Wells, Amy Hicks, Agata Sato, Patrick Smith, Arya Taiki, and Leroy Jenkins crashed out Not Leroy Jenkins. What? Wait. Oh, no, yeah, actually, no, that is correct. Mathis Wells, Amy Hicks, Agata Sato, Patrick Smith, and Arya Taiki crashed out on lap 65 or so. Leroy Jenkins and Rocky Johnson out on lap 34 or so. Footlego out around lap 10. Simon Uskan and Matthew Burnett only 3 laps in out of the race. Bummer. Take a look at your standings here. Another DNF and another DNF for Patrick Smith and another top 5 for Eric Monaco. Cuts that lead to 27 points. Remember, it was at 333 4 races ago, but the last 4 races were an absolute shit show. So, that explains anything. Let me run the numbers here. Get back to you on those. Okay. Monaco second. Bracken jumps ahead of Gil Samaya into third after her win today. Voiles fifth. Trickle sixth. The Goat seventh, ahead of Max Davis, I think, actually. Lucas Evans somersaults from, I think it was like 14th or even 17th into the top 10. That's 9th place for Lucas Evans. 511 points behind Patrick Smith. Wolf rounds out your top 10 in the standings. Spurley, Harvey, Özkan, Wells, Thomas, Morgan, Reggie Fogelman, Burnett, PK, and Taiki round out your top 20. Bottom 20 here: Cropley, Shaunavalt, Langestein, Flobo, Pepper, Zane, Jana Fogelman, Hicks, Austin, Salin, Jenkins, Allen, Charlevoix, Ibrahimian, Footlego, Sato, White, Johnson, Whitlock, and Franco. So, remember, Sato was on the cusp, but we've run the numbers, and oh crikey, 6 drivers out of the running now. Leroy Jenkins, Joe Allen, Anthony Charlebois, Dylan Ibrahimian, Sabrina Footlego, and Agata Sato are also out of the championship. Salin hanging on by 18 points, but I don't think there's much of a chance. 9 races left to go, and that's how it goes. Only 30 drivers still left in the running for the 2023 NASCAR AAA Cup. Yeah, I keep getting the things wrong, but yeah, let's do this math here. So, because Leroy Jenkins has 2,430 points. If he wins the next 9 races with 185 points, he'll have 4,095 points. But if Patrick Smith finishes last in the next 9 races, he'll have 4,098 points. Is that right? Yeah. Let me just do this again. Huh. Got Jenkins, right? Yeah. Yeah, that math adds up. Okay, there we go. So 1281 plus 9 times 85. Wait, okay. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay. 3711 plus 9 times 43 is 4,098. And 2430 plus 9 times 185. That's, 3 points. Leroy Jenkins out of the running by 3 points. Whatever. Anyways, let's have a look at your standings here just for the lulz. The GOAT still has the most poles with 8. Samaya and Evans have 4. Smith has 3. Trickle 2. Voiles, Davis, Morgan, Taiki, Pepper, and Whitlock have all been pole sitters as well. 8 wins for the GOAT. Samaya has 3. Smith, Monaco, and Pepper both have 2. Bracken, your newest winner this season. Davis, Evans, Wolf, Harvey, Özkan, Taiki, Cropley, Shadowveld, and Sevilla have also won. Most top 5s. Still Patrick Smith, although he hasn't gotten one recently. In fact, 4 DNFs. Ouch. 10 top 5s for Monaco and Evans. 8 for Trickle Goat. Yeah, the Goat and Morgan. 6 for Voiles and Davis. 5 for Samaya, Wolf, Harvey, and Pepper. Smith also has the most top 10s. Monaco has 17. Voiles, the Goat, and Evans have 13. Trickle, Wolf, Bracken. Trickle and Wolf have 12. Bracken, Samaya, and Davis with 11. Steve Morgan with 10. Most DNFs, Rocky Johnson with 10. No surprise about her. Yeah. About her. Yeah, the hammer blow to her dreams of winning the title. White and Footlego have 8. Whitlock, Charlebois, Pepper, Flobo, and the Goat all have 7. Reggie Fogelman, Steve Morgan, and Mathis Wells with 6. Laps completed contest still Montero Salin. Patrick Smith, 2nd there. Monaco, 3rd. As for laps led, Evans will definitely jump up somewhere. There he is, overtaking Gil Samaya, the man who led all 75 laps of the New England 300. But the GOAT still far and away ahead of them. 33% of the laps led this season. Yeah. Wait. Races led. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's 97% of the laps were completed by Sal, and then 96 for Smith and Monaco. Anyways, next race, another run under the lights. It's the massive Banter NASCAR Amateur America 400 at Dover. The Monster Mile. What does it look like?
Road speed 35, 2,500 seconds. Watch your
That's pretty dope.
2,500
Been Hannah
seconds.
Food, spent time and a half in honor. And I'll see you in the next video. And yes, I do have the Jimmy Johnson crew chief thing on. Sorry.